Hi, I'm Sean Smith. Today we're going to take a look at a new listing in San Diego. This is a 2021 Beneteau Swift Trawler 41. Join me for a walkthrough and tour of the boat. This Swift Trawler 41 was just recently listed in San Diego. Today is February 24th, 2024. Oasis has a white gel coat hull with the teak wood option throughout the cockpit floor and up the starboard side. The boat was ordered with the bow sun pad. We have a white cover on it, but that's a really nice gray sun pad. And then up at the bow, we have an electric windlass. Really large windows going into that master cabin, which you'll see just a moment when we get inside. Up on the fly bridge, just last year in 2023, a new bimini and enclosure was put on. Walk on the starboard side here. In the corner is a swim ladder. So this door opens up and then a large stainless steel ladder folds out into the water, making it really easy to board. Really large swim platform. You can add a davit here for a dinghy. It's really common. A lot of people add the Hurley davit system. Really simple to do. This center seat slides back to make a lot more room in the cockpit here. You can also move the ladder to the staircase forward and store it here if you want additional space. There is a cockpit table that you can bring out here with 2 additional chairs. So if you bring that back, take this table out here, you can dine out here outdoors in the cockpit. Just above is a handrail with leather wrap stainless steel. Some LED lighting out here as well. There's also speakers above and some blue LED courtesy lights on the floor throughout the boat, making it easy to maneuver at night. Let's do a pan across the interior here. The galley, salon table, see all the large windows, big countertop here, and a really popular feature, the large refrigerator and freezer, which is great. They have locking mechanisms. Above is a great storage area, place for documentation, owner's manuals. Throughout this boat, we have a lot of labeling, so you know your holding tank is 31 gallons. You've got a couple of 52-gallon water tanks and 2 154-gallon fuel tanks, port and starboard. Popular feature on the Swift Trawler 41 is this cabinet with a TV that you can swivel over if you're going to watch it from the salon area or if you're standing in the galley. Really popular feature. There are beautiful curtains that completely enclose the interior here. So from this starboard window, exit door, through the windshield, all the way around the boat, you have curtains to completely block out the light if you chose to do that. The galley can be easily joined to the cockpit with this really brilliant little table. And then you also have a trash bin that can be removed from this door. In the galley, you have a dual stainless sink, large dry locker, and a couple of overhead storage compartments. There is a gas stovetop and oven. So it looks like new in there. And a couple of soft closing drawers throughout the galley. So you have big storage compartments, making this a really practical boat to do some longer range cruising or weekends. You could live on this boat comfortably and cruise. Above the refrigeration, we have a Fusion stereo, the battery breakers here, and then Schreiber panel. So this is showing our electricity. You can also see tankage, air conditioning, and turn off all the lights in the boat from that panel when you're leaving the boat. Speaking of lights, we have some LEDs overhead and a really nice indirect LED central in the boat, which gives a really beautiful accent to the interior. The salon table folds open so you can have a really nice large dining area. This helm seat will swivel over to create a large formal dining area, but you can also drop this salon table down and make this into a double berth. This curtain here will come around this track and enclose this area to form a berth, and that allows you to sleep 7 people in the boat. 2 here, 2 in this guest cabin, 2 forward, and then a 7th in the starboard guest cabin. Let's look at those cabins, and then we'll go to the helm and flybridge. This guest cabin currently is configured with 2 single berths. You can fill this in to sleep 2 in a double berth. Really spacious, about 6'4", 6'5" of headroom in here. Big hanging locker. You also have a thermostat for private air conditioning control in that cabin. Across from that guest cabin is your guest head. Beautiful bowl sink, fresh or salt water, switch for the head, and then your single berth in the starboard guest cabin. This one also is a great place for storage, tools, and also a washer dryer. This is a great feature in the cabins. You have USB ports, which are DC, so it's straight to the batteries. You can charge your devices. Also has an AC plug and reading light. Moving into this forward guest cabin, really big centerline berth, beautiful yacht bedding throughout, custom fit to the shape of the mattresses in each cabin. You have great visibility through these large windows, both sides, and then opening ports for good ventilation, as well as a large opening hatch overhead. TV on the bulkhead. And then I like that we have a separate Fusion stereo control in here, so you can have separate music or obviously the TV. And then again, the DC USB plugs and AC plugs on both sides. So you have his and her lockers, but also charging for devices and reading lights. There's a beautiful piece of cloth, a bulkhead, which I think is a good accent in the colors in here, with this white trim piece and then the teak Alpi wood. Give you a quick peek in here, hanging locker, and the lights come on when you open the locker. And the doors here, I really appreciate that they're magnetic, so you don't have a latch sticking out to snag on your clothes or your skin. In the port side is the head, so the bowl sink, fresh or saltwater head, and just across from you is a separate shower stall that is massive, teak wood, finished beautifully, LED light above, and 2 opening ports. We've labeled the lighting, so you know here the shower light, ceiling light here, and accent lighting, which is the indirect lighting. Beautiful. Moving up to the helm, you have a sliding door and then also a side boarding door, making it really easy to shorthand or single hand this boat. You can pull into the slip, have your hands on the throttle and thruster controls, and see down the length of the boat. And quickly step off. You have a cleat here to tie some spring lines and tie up the boat. At the helm here, obviously throttles, we have trim tabs, you have your bow and stern thruster, another USB for charging devices. You can rest one in here or otherwise use it as a cup holder. Compass. You have your tachometers and hour meters for port and starboard engines. Fuel tanks, rudder indicator in the middle. Large Raymarine chart plotter. You have your engine start and stop. A red light switch overhead. The deck searchlight. Automatic fire suppression. You have your nav lights, so when we go to night mode, the ship control also goes to night mode. So right now we have our running lights on, or we can also switch on our anchor light, which you can see illuminates on the mast, and then underwater lights, which are currently on. Port and starboard digital displays for the engines. A autopilot from Raymarine. All 3 windshield wiper blades. This windshield wiper squirter, the defroster, so you can see 2 vents up there. Defrost the windshield. Battery, coupler, freshwater pump, forward and aft bilge pumps. The switch for all the Raymarine electronics, master power switch. The air horn, and then also windlass control. So you can drop the anchor here or from the remote at the windlass itself. Just below is our VHF radio, and then a couple of light switch, which are again labeled. There's an air conditioning unit in here, some more storage, and an ice maker, which makes this a pretty ideal bar setup on the starboard side. Good serving countertop if you're entertaining or living on the boat cruising. Let's go up the staircase here, check out the fly bridge. There's a fiberglass opening hatch with a gas strut, making it easy to open and close with stainless handles, and stainless railing all the way around this fly bridge. You have a galley here with a electric grill, sink, a trash bin, and a refrigerator up here. Currently there's some toys stored up top. And on the radar mast, we also have a wind anemometer and lighting. Good handholds throughout, cup holders, and panning across, you can see how beautiful this new enclosure is, as well as the smokes umbrella canvas and LED bimini lights, which are dimmable. Very cool setup. This was custom here, so I can press and hold and dim down the bimini lighting. Control the brightness up here, which is very nice. There's a varnished cockpit table. The bolsters forward can flip forward or aft, so I have one in either position to show you if you're at anchor entertaining. This is a great position to lounge, or you can flip it around and have 3 people forward facing while you're underway. And up at this helm, it's great visibility down on the water, so easy to see if you have anything in the water ahead of you when you're going slow or fast on plane. Really great visibility down to the water. You can open up this forward hatch to get some wind through, as well as the side windows if you want to get some airflow through the fly bridge. Captain's seat has a flip-up bolster, and up here, redundant controls. You have the Raymarine VHF, throttle, bow, and stern thruster, trim tabs again, that bimini LED, but also horn, bilge, anchor windlass, and up here, 2 chart plotters, which is pretty fun. You know, you can have your radar and chart, or right now we have the music, and then you could also go ship control or the video, so that camera on the transom, if I'm pulling in, I can see the dock as I'm backing in. Pretty brilliant. Also our tachometers, Volvo displays, rudder indicator, all the same up here, compass, autopilot, as well as a remote for these screens here, which are touchscreen, but you can also control them here. Otherwise, and then also you can modify. You can change your deck searchlight again here, just like down below, which the light is right there. These couple of chairs you can use up top or down below with that cockpit table. You've got really nice gray fabric upholstery. And let's come down, we'll take a look into the engine room. Engine room is under the galley. This large hatch opens up, and that is where the generator is located. It's a really large storage area, has access into the stern thruster, the rudders, and really organized space in there. Coming forward, we're going to open up the engine room hatch. Underneath this floorboard here, you have the twin Volvo D4 turbo diesels, shaft driven. You can see the shaft going through, very clean. Underneath the transmissions, fuel tanks on either side. Batteries are down below these floorboards. Very simple, and then the light comes on automatically when you open this hatch. Thank you for joining me on this tour of the Swift Trawler 41, available right now in San Diego. For more information and to get on board yourself, contact me right away. I look forward to talking to you soon.